Hey there ladies, here's a look at the little sequence that we did today. It had a few different combos put together. And our first combination is really just the intro to the song. You could leave it off if you want to. You could do something else with it. But here's what we did for the intro. We started with our weight on our left and we had our right leg extended out. We brought our right arm up in front of our body, across to open up. And then when it just kind of touched back to our side, then we shift weight and extend it out. Then we did the same thing on our left side. So weight is on the right, left arm is going out, left leg is pointed out while that left arm is coming around, and then a little weight shift back to the other side. And then on the last time, so out of a 4 count, we went right, left, right. We're not gonna go back to left. We're gonna take both arms up on the outside, bring them around, bring our leg in so that we're ready to do some drops. And as that arm comes down and points out, our right arm is gonna stay up so that we're in a position to start our combo 1 on our left hip. Okay, so that was a little arm introduction. Another thing that you could do with that is start to the back. And as you're doing that same sequence, right arm, left arm, right arm, and then when you get to the bring both arms up, then you're turning to the front after you've brought those arms around. So either way, you can start with it to the back, you can start with it to the front, just doing a little pretty arms to get ourselves set up for our first combination. And our first combination is gonna be hip drops with the left hip, and then we're turning to the right, and then we're turning to do the left hip again, and then we're turning to do the right hip again. So it's like an 8 count where the first 6 counts are gonna be the hip drops. Now either you could do just the basic single hip drop for 6. You could do the drop and release, which would make it feel more like 3 to you if you're counting how many times you're releasing. But whatever kind of hip drop you're doing it for a 6 count. And then on the 7 and 8, that's where you're gonna turn to the other side. But in order to get there, we are going to take our arm up and clap, clap, clap overhead. So 7 and 8, and then we're on the other side. And we repeat that on both sides so that we get, let's see, on this time right here, that 4th time of drops and then claps, this time we're not going to clap. On the 7 and 8, we're just gonna step forward and be ready for combo number 2, okay? So we'll look at our combo number 2. That's gonna have to do with our shoulders. Anytime we are facing forward or back, the movement of our shoulders needs to be up and down so that people can see it. Anytime that we are to a side, it would be better if it was forward and back so it shows up more. Now, if you wanted to do it the same all the way around, that's perfectly fine. Keep it consistent as you go around. But by saying as you go around, what I mean is we are going to do 4 counts of whichever kind of shoulder. Like I'm gonna do toward the front, I'm gonna lift right, lift left, lift right, lift left. 5, 6, turns me to the side. 7, 8 is a hip shimmy. Now I'm to the side to do my shoulders again. I'm going to push forward and back, right, left, again. The next 2 counts gets me to turn, and then I've got a little hip shimmy. Here, I'm gonna lift, drop, and turn to the other side, do a little shimmy, and again, shoulders, the little turn, and a shimmy. So that's our combo there. Now we're ready for combo 3. What we're gonna do is shift our weight from right to left and right to left again. When I shift over to the right, I'm gonna have my arms kind of show where I'm going and then really focus on my hips. And I'll do a hip shimmy over here with my legs spread. I'm going to bring the arms across in front, really put the emphasis on the shoulders, shoulder shimmy on this side, shifting weight back to the right with a hip shimmy, shifting weight back to the left with a shoulder shimmy. And after that, we're gonna go back to our first combo, and that's gonna be the last thing that we do for this little segment. So we're going right back to our drops from being here with my weight on my left foot, and my right foot is free. I'm just gonna step back with my right, put my right arm up, and be ready to do those drops again. So whichever way that you do the drops, you're gonna do it exactly the same way that you did before, except since we are going to be ending our little sequence right here, with that last little bit, instead of clap, clap, clapping, we'll just give it a little pose of some kind. Okay, so let's see what all of that looks like to music.